Okay, creating jobs in AI. So I think there's three ways to attack this, right? So one is contributing to and building the next generation of large language models. This is, I think, something that a speaker at a previous panel already touched on, which is you don't have to necessarily depend on the models that are built by OpenAI or Microsoft in the Western world. Maybe some of that computing capacity and some of the research can come here locally to West Africa and to Ghana. That's definitely a huge area of research, and it does require investment, because building a large language model from scratch is not very cheap, but where there's a will, there's a way. The second, I think, level of working with AI is actually saying, okay, I'm not going to build the models themselves. I'm just going to build software that uses models. Commodities off the shelf. Is my software going to use Gemini as the model? Is my software going to use GPT-5, whatever? And in that, I think there is a lot of promise, because you don't have these capital requirements. All you need is, as somebody said earlier, you just need a laptop, an internet connection, and I would add to that a quiet place to work, and that's all, right? Like with that, you can add software. And if now you are using a large language model that has been built by another company, and they're just providing it to you either using an API or as the model itself. Sorry, I'm a technical person, so sometimes I drift into technical language, but I think that is a very, very promising area of work, and I can only encourage anybody who is interested in software engineering as a career to think about, okay, you have an idea for an app. How can you integrate AI into this application where you don't build AI yourself, you use another AI, and maybe, you know, models change. Gemini 3.0 will come out in a few weeks. And can you switch to that model now? You don't have to necessarily build with a particular AI model in mind. You can stay with the state of the art, and your application can improve as the frontier of AI shifts forward. And then the third one, I think, is more general purpose, which is, how do I use AI software that somebody else has built, right? And that is a very non-technical skill. How do I use ChatGPT properly? Yeah? And I mean, most of you were not born when Google first launched, probably. No. And, but what was really funny then, and I see that repeated now, is people didn't know how to Google things. And it sounds very funny, but people didn't know. When Google first came out, they didn't know that you can type words into a search engine, and they didn't have the imagination on what they should ask or what they should type into Google. So I had people, like I was still young then, but I had people older than me asking me to Google things for them. Yeah? And I would just go Google things for them. But I didn't know the answer myself. I just searched Google. And now maybe you will also have a situation where maybe your parents, maybe somebody from an older generation will say, ask your AI how to do this, ask your AI how to do that. And I think they still face the same problem where they don't know that they can ask the AI themselves. They don't have those skills. And I think this is absolutely an area of development where you can get really good at, and you can, yeah, that can actually be a very successful approach.
Okay, thank you. I think we have a lot of things to go home with, and you are more than future ready at this point. This is going to be a final set where I allow each of my panelists to give us 1 minute, tell us what they want us to take home, as you prepare the questions you have for them. So I'll open the slot for 2 questions, so you prepare for that. So I'm going to start with you. And in 1 minute. 1 minute? Yes.
Well, before I start, you can start counting on my minutes though. I also want to urge everyone to go read the proposed bills and also give your feedback on it. Because the ministry is trying to bring some sanity in the space, but it has direct impacts on those of us who want to be entrepreneurs, those of us building softwares and all that. So I would urge all of us to actually go read it and give our feedback to it. Right. Now, what I want us to take home today, I would say, let me start off by saying, if you come into my office for a job and I'm to employ you, say you come with someone else. I'm picking the one who can build a software using Kesa AI or any other AI coding assistant, I'm picking that person over you, right? Because I don't have the 3 months to sit down and wait for you to still be cracking your brain on how to get over a logical issue. I don't have that time, right? And it's not just me. The industry doesn't have that time. You get it. So I would urge all of us to adopt AI in whatever we're doing. I dare say, I put my money on it, that nobody uses AI more than me here. I'm telling you. I'm using AI for everything. Everything. And it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I know the benefits I get from it. You get it. And I believe we should do same. I know our schools are not allowing us to use AI in our essays and stuff. But on the side, still know how to do it. I know you guys know how to get around the tennis checks and all that. You should be able to figure it out how to get around the ChatGPT essays and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
My 1 minute is up. All right.
Yes,
So that's what I'll leave.
Thank you, Sam. Please give it up to him. He was on time. Mr. Emmanuel.
All right. So first of all, let me start by saying that it was a privilege being here today. This is what I'll leave with you. The knowledge is abound already in the room. You know all the solutions. But like the last panel did say, for you to take a problem, have a solution, and make impact, go and learn. He said you should learn all the things that will not allow you fail, things that you cannot tolerate. See, I want to see youths with the whole idea that they have. At the end of the day, they're able to make impact. You understand? Don't just copy that Bill Gates left school at so time, and so today is one of the richest. Don't copy things like that easily. It might not work for you. But look at, let wisdom and guidance help you out on things that will help you begin, so that at the end of the day, you become captains of industry. You become people that will be enabled in life to be able to employ a lot of your generation mates. Stick put to things like adaptability, collaboration. He's told you a lot about it. See, there are so many things you cannot do alone in life. That is why God created many of us. Collaborate easily. If you notice that you are finding it difficult to move from one stage to the other, those are called the speed bumps of life. Look for how to navigate across it so that you can cross over. Because at the end of the day, it's success that matters to everybody. Yeah. You might look so young today and you're thinking the whole thing looks bleak and all that. At the end of the tunnel is a bright shining light. Just stay put, be focused, very, very key. Be focused and know that everything in life is stage by stage. I don't see why you just start a business today and you're already thinking about buying a Ferrari. Why don't you wait? Why don't you wait? Painstaking. Build that business to when you get to that part in life or that point in life whereby buying even 2 private jets, flying together, and you watching how you look like from the other side, you can get there. Yeah. But start with discipline. Very, very key. That's the only thing that I see lacking in this generation, no. But I beg you, please, just stay focused. And at the end of the day, you'll be one of the success stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. This was said with so much passion. I could feel what he was saying. Discipline is important as well as collaboration. Your 1 minute starts now.
So I read somewhere that Amazon employs, or its staff or its workforce now is made up of more robots than humans. But I listened to a podcast in which the LinkedIn chief, his role is very interesting, Chief Economic Opportunity Officer, was advising us on AI and the future of work. And he indicated that when you sit down, take 3 imaginary buckets, and then categorize your skills into these buckets. The skills that you have, that AI or robots or automation or any of those words that have to do with computer systems can replace. So for instance, someone who just at Amazon was packing packages. That's in that bucket. And really, I don't think any of us want to do that for the rest of our lives. Gen Zs are different on a different scale. Boomers were okay if they go to work every day and what their job is packaging, just putting a book in a box. That's not where we are now. So we are okay with that skill being taken away from AI. It's mundane, it's repetitive. Then you come to the second box or bucket. The skills that you have that you can use AI to improve. So I'll use my wonderful photographers here. You have skills. You are taking a photo of me that I'll come to you for. And it's with me in a nice chair, right? But now, if I put in a good AI prompt, I can get this same image, right? So how are you as a photographer, how are you as a creative, how am I as a lawyer going to use AI as a friend, but still not replacing me, but use it to do my job better? And that's why some people are even, and the Nigerians are doing this, and I'm hoping more of us as Ghanaians will do that. Now they're giving classes on AI prompting. So now they've made themselves prompting engineers, and they are giving classes on this. So that's the second bucket, how I can use AI tools for presentations. And as has been said, even sell those skills to others, because some people still want to ask you to ask your AI. So how are you going to use those skills also to create wealth for yourself? Then the last bucket, and I'm rounding up, is the skills that AI cannot replace. We are very far from self-driving cars. I attended an AI workshop at the University of California, Berkeley, and an expert who has worked with Jeff Bezos came to tell us that, you know what, we're not getting to self-driving cars in the next 5 years, even not in the next 10 years maybe, because AI, unlike us, cannot imagine all scenarios at a time. Okay. You are standing here. If I throw something at you, you're going to move, right? AI works in a controlled environment. So it's very difficult to react to different scenarios at one given time. So those are the skills in your bucket that you need to look at, and how you can ensure that you amplify those so that you'll be more attractive for the job market. AI is not replacing us. It's just going to start making us use our brains more. And that's what we need to do, because we have a God-given brain that we're not using to its fullest potential. And AI is going to make us take out the mundane, the repetitive tasks, and become superhuman as we are destined to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can see she referenced a lot of podcasts and a lot of articles. Read a lot and listen to podcasts. They are there for us. Naki, your time starts now.
I'll keep it short. If I could summarize it in 5 words, it would be, you can just do things.
Okay.
You can just do things. And a lot of us wait for permission, for direction, for training, for somebody older to tell us what to do, for somebody experienced to show us the way. You can just do things. You have the tools, you don't need permission, you don't need a lot of money. Go and build something that makes sense.
On that note, are you future ready? With all this world, are you future ready? Thank you very much. This was an absolutely nice. I wish we had a very long time to have this discussion. Thank you for pouring so much to us, and have a nice day.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Jomo and her panel. They'll take a group picture. Yes, so we are coming to the end of today's event. We'll be closing with just 2 quick things. One is that Amalitech has given me some goodies to give to some people, but I'm not sure who I'll be giving it to. And so for that matter, we'll take some few questions to determine who gets it, and then we end with a paper presentation, which is the last item. So let's have the QR code so we could join. And right. So we are taking a few questions so that I know who to give the goodies to. Thank you very much, panel. Are we on? Okay. Are we done scanning? Not yet. How many people do we have on now? We have only 4 people. Can we start? Is everybody done? Okay, I've seen some phones are up, so just a few seconds. Can we roll? Okay, so we'll take the first question. Just in case this row says I blocked their view so they didn't see their question, please. Technical team. Okay, so let's have the first question then. Please, this time around, use a real name or a name that you could easily be identified with so that I know who to give the goodies to. Okay. So, but how many people have we had joining? We can't tell until. Okay, then let's have the question so that. Yes, everybody. Yes, we can have the first question. How many of the questions are we taking? 10. But they are short questions, right? And within 5 minutes. Okay, so the first question is, which country did Pharma start in? Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa? You could just pick your response and we'll go to the next one. Okay, sure. Please, don't select what he's selecting, or he's also answering himself. So the next one is, what does GPT and ChatGPT stand for? I'm sure you are seeing the questions on your phone as well. Let's go to the next one. Which mobile network operator was the first to begin operations in Ghana? Technical team, don't be picking the right answer so that. Right, the next question is, which company created the Android operating system? What year was the first AI model developed? Which company created ChatGPT? 4 more to go. Which Ghanaian tech hub is one of the earliest and most famous in Accra? It looks like the technical team knows the answer, but now they are wondering whether they should pick the correct one or not. We have the 8th one. In which country was ChatGPT first publicly released? And then the 9th one. Which of the following fintech companies was founded in Ghana? And the final one. What is the UN Sustainable Development Goal most linked to innovation? Let's finish and see who our first 3 winners will be. Okay. So the first person is Kwame, right? Am I saying it right? Oh, Andrew. So right now, what if we have two Andrews? Okay. Today is Friday. Sunday, we all go to church. So let's identify just one Andrew. Okay. So the first three is Andrew, Kwame, PAC, Morgan. Where's Andrew? Let's get Andrew first. Where's Andrew? Andrew doesn't even want to come for the prize. Yay! Can we all confirm he is Andrew? Those who know him. Yes, we can confirm, Please. So Andrew gets a tote bag and also a t-shirt from Malitech. One that do the presentation, just hand it over to them. And then also Kwame. Please, who is Kwame? I've seen 3 hands up. Who is the genuine Kwame? And then Kwame, no, Kwame Agasa. Okay, so Kwame, a round of applause for Kwame. He gets a t-shirt from Amalitech as well. And then let's have Morgan. Who is Morgan? Okay, this one here, say name you now can't. And he also gets a notepad from Amalitech Ghana. A round of applause for them and a round of applause for Amalitech Ghana as well for giving us the goodies to give out. Exhibition is still ongoing, and let me just confirm if the other people pitching at the other breakout session are here with us. Are they here with us? Wanda, do you know whether they've joined us? Okay, if they are not here yet, then please let's let them join us because we are wrapping up here. So whilst they join us, we will take a paper presentation. I just want to get the name right, so just give me a few seconds. Professor Delali Kwesi Dake. He is head of departments Information Communication Technology at the University of Education, Weber. He will give us a brief paper presentation on ethical and societal impact of generative AI in higher education institution, a landscape analysis with strong global South perspective. And he will be doing that in 5 minutes. So a round of applause for him whilst we await our other colleagues pitching to join us for the closing.
Hey, I hope you're all doing well. It has been a long day, right? So I'll not take much of your time. I'll just take 4 minutes. They are supposed to project my slides, but I'll discuss some very important findings with you. Now, we talk about AI in education, and I know most of you are students. So we did some review across Africa. We look at 14 African countries when it comes to AI ethics in education. I was part of the Association of Computing Machinery Study Group in Botswana. Our work was simple, that we should come out with some ethical frameworks when in terms of implementing AI in education. Because we have realized something. When you give students, I'm a head of department, okay, of ICT education. When you give students assignments, it's AI. When you give them quiz, some of them, even when the internet is disconnected, they find a way to connect and still use AI. So we have realized that the ethical implications are damaging, not only for the student, but for the whole of Ghana. Assuming that something that you are supposed to think critically, to analyze and answer, you just input everything into AI. And there is no straightforward ethical principles or guidelines in our academic institutions. So there's a problem. So our task was to develop some ethical frameworks. Now, the time is gone. So what I'm going to do is that I will talk to the organizers, then we'll find a way to share the findings with everyone. Sorry, I forgot your name, but Adasa, I think you spoke Adasa. Yeah, I was there myself. Now, and you talk about ethical implication when it comes to AI. But we are just targeting the educational sector. So, for instance, how can a student ethically use AI in education? Number one, documentation. When you are giving some work assignment and you have used AI, be honest. Show us the prompt that you use and the results that you got. And make sure, yes, make sure you document it. So when you are submitting the assignment, at the end, your references say you use this prompt, this time, this query, and these are the outputs. Because sometimes, look, most of the lecturers, they are now using what they call AI detectors. You may not know. And when you are caught, you have written your assignment, your thesis work, then everything is cancelled. So to be on the safer side, make sure you document your prompts. And some of you, when it comes to prompt engineering, it's a new thing on its own. So the way you input your queries have to reveal that you are somebody that is ethically sound. Don't go and put in what is photosynthesis. No. It means that you just want AI to give you the definition of photosynthesis. But I can say that, oh, as a university professor, you have been given this work to do on photosynthesis. Can you give me a breakdown of how to understand photosynthesis as a student? Not to say, oh, what is photosynthesis? That's wrong. So the way you prompt the AI systems will give you relevant results. So the ethical implications is damaging. Some of you, I don't know whether you are the student or AI is the student. It's very difficult to now differentiate between whether you are the student or is AI that got the admission form and enroll in a school. So we have to be very, very careful. Remember, AI systems are biased. So don't take everything as the final authority and answer. You have to go back to our old query system where we use Google search, Bing search to find out certain results and compare the results. Some people, even the references, they don't check. Once they then, APA, they give you. No. I can tell you on authority, most of those references are wrong. And look, when lecturers met the other time, there was a summit. Most of the HODs were there. This is what they did. They said, they are now using your references and the rest. They are checking it one by one. And when they get only one, they are looking for not two, only one. Why? Because some of you don't document your prompts. So your lecturers are struggling. And remember, it's every lecturer that is IT inclined. Some are historians, some they are doing geography, and some are born before. So they don't even know what is this AI thing. But the education is going out there. Why am I saying this? AI ethics is very important. And don't blame your final work on the output of AI. Blame your final work on the prompt that you have given AI. Because garbage in, garbage out. So number one, go and learn about prompt engineering. How to use AI in a way that it will expose your critical thinking abilities. That's what you should be doing. So I will not bore you much. A lot has been said today. But these 2 minutes that I have with you, I've informed you about what is happening. There's going to be a national AI meeting, and I'm part of that meeting. And there's a lot of policies coming up so that in academia, professionally, AI will be to our curriculum. Thank you so much. And I know you have enjoyed this summit. Look, I've gone for a lot of summits, but this is one of the powerful summits I've been to. And please, I'll share the link and the materials with the organizers. Take time to go through it so that ethically you can be at the safer side. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. You've done so well, and you've wrapped up for us on a very good note. Let's have Yasmin do the closing remark. Yasmin, come and close us, please. Is Yasmin around? Whilst they look for Yasmin to close us, appreciation to our sponsors and partners. I'll start mentioning them until Yasmin gets here. Ghana Digital Centers Limited, Amalitech. Thank you very much. Ghana Internet Safety Foundation, Jopperman, Impuntu Technologies, implementers done by us, Zindi, Tech Labari, Bell Beverages, Crop Care GH, Deaf Can Talk, Sign With Me Foundation, Esports Association Ghana, KJ Concept, Ghana EdTech Alliance, Kweku Tech, In Green Africa, More Advisors, Nexotin, Newfield Clinic GH, Ghana Prime News, IoT Network Hub, and our official broadcast partner, ABC News GH. Yasmin, so you see, I'm ready to close you. Yasmin doesn't want to. So whilst she comes, I'll give you a bit of highlight. Okay, Yasmin, start running. Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, first of all, I read what I wrote, sorry. I'd like to say a very big thank you to every single one of you who has made it to be here. Because as they say, future ready, being ready whenever the future is, and the future is now. The youth are the ones responsible for driving the future, and people would say that every single one of you in this room are those going to drive the future, because obviously tech is the big thing now, and tech is what's going to drive the future. As we bring the curtains down on the Ghana Tech Summit 2025 theme, Future Ready, leading through AI, innovation, and entrepreneurship, we celebrate an unforgettable gathering of ideas, innovation, and purpose. This year's theme could not have been timelier. In an era where technology drives every aspect of human life, from education and communication to governance and enterprise, being future ready means more than just embracing digital tools. It's about cultivating a mindset of curiosity, creativity, and resilience. It's about equipping young people with the skills, confidence, and networks to lead with vision and innovation in the digital landscape. Throughout the summit, we've witnessed the power of possibility. The Nova Venture Fund pitch showcased 15 outstanding startups whose bold ideas and entrepreneurial spirit reflect the next generation of African innovation. The Career Hub by Jobberman Ghana, hope we've all been to the Jobberman decks, because they are actually given readily available jobs here. So if you haven't, please go through, pass by, and you might not know, the next job might find you there. Connected young talents to career pathways that align passion with opportunity. While the Ghana Tech Summit Founders Series celebrated inspiring young innovators who are already shaping the future with creativity, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to our partners and sponsors, and all our speakers who took time from their busy schedules to be here. And most importantly, to every single individual here, because it's a Friday. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to take time off your schedule to be here, to listen to new advice, to relearn and unlearn and discover new things. Another incredible thank you to the organizing team, volunteers, and partners behind the scenes. Your hard work, creativity, and commitment have turned a vision into a vibrant reality. As we look ahead, let's carry forward the spirit of this summit. Let's continue to learn, build, innovate, and collaborate. The journey towards future ready doesn't end here. It begins anew with every challenge you embrace and every dream you dare to pursue. So keep pushing boundaries, keep showing up, and never stop believing in the power of your ideas. The next Ghana eTech Summit awaits, and we can't wait to see how far you'll go before we meet again. The future isn't coming. It's already here, and that starts with us. So to sum up, I admonish every single one of us to take that bold step. You might think your idea is small. Collaborate, network, and at the end of the day, you might be the big mind behind the next big thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jasmine. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the Ghana Youth Tech Summit 2025. And as Jasmine said, let's carry forward today's message that the digital future is ours to build. On behalf of Nova Impact Africa and all partners, thank you very much for being here and for being part of the journey. Let's continue to innovate, collaborate, and create a Ghana where technology drives opportunity for all. Safe travels and see you in 2026. But once more, I am Juliet Etefe Selassie. I'm a journalist, an online editor at Business and Financial Times. Thank you all very much for doing this with me. Have a safe journey back home.